What is that feeling like going from shaking your hips on TikTok and now you're sharing a stage with Donald Trump? Would you ever fake KSI?
Yeah, never Jake. KSI? Yeah, there's nothing intimidating about KSI. Kamala Harris has the Avengers and Trump has Bryce Hall.
Does Dana get kicked out of casinos?
He's pushed off. It's easy to beat a casino when you have the same amount of money as it.
Do you have a guy that advises you not to spend money?
Yeah.
And does he hate you?
This was my biggest gamble yet of my career. Dana White, if I knock Kimbo Slice Jr. out, I want a contract to the UFC, one fight.
I'm just playing, I don't fight, I do pray. I only go the way of Mr. Yahweh.
It's not often I sit down with somebody and they say something that makes me think.
Well,
this was great.
I love you guys.
Will you give me something to think about?
My own damn way.
I had a lot of fun on this interview.
All our tones match really nicely.
Holy shit. Wow, I can hear you guys clear.
Are you in the room now?
Yeah,
Is it too loud? Do you like it?
No, that's good.
How about
That's
you?
good.
How's your sound?
Mine sounds great.
Okay, well then welcome back to the George Reed.
It's just a little. It's just a little.
I had a finger in my mouth while you started. Hey.
Welcome back to the George Janko Show. We are in Vegas in a beautiful, beautiful place at the Red Rock. Shout out to Bryce we literally just came here just to shoot this episode and leave. And he goes, dude, you can't leave. I got you a room. And I was like, okay. He goes, no. Just wait till you see the room. And I walked in. I was like, no, that would be disrespectful. I can't leave. It has a pool.
I know. I didn't bring a
It does.
swimsuit.
It has its own personal pool. And shout out to the Red Rock. If you lose a lot of money here, they comp you for everything.
Speaking of losing a lot of money, when we were getting set up, well, Reed was setting up. We went to go get breakfast with Bryce, and he's like, yeah, I'll meet you guys up there. I'm just gonna go hit this table real quick. 11 minutes go by. He comes back. He goes, yeah, I just lost $20,000.
It's like, what? You did?
No, that's a joke.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was a joke?
Yeah, it's a joke.
Oh, it's not a joke.
It's a joke.
It's not a joke.
Yeah.
It is a joke. It is a joke.
It's not a joke.
Don't expose my crippling gambling addiction on.
What's going on with that? I want to jump in. The last time we had you, bro, is welcome back. I'm very excited to have this conversation because, bro, you got a fight coming up.
I do.
Your whole image online you became so Republican now. I want to vote for you.
So you want to vote for me?
I'm going to vote for you because I know that's where your next step is. You and Charlie Kirk have been talking. You know what's so funny? I never thought in my life I'd ever get a text from Charlie Kirk and the text says, hey, connect me with Bryce Hall. I go, what? How did these worlds collide, bro? I have no idea.
Very, very random. I felt like this election was one of the most important.
100% it was.
This would have been this was like a massive shift. If it went the other way, I think there would have been like a massive shift. So that's why I kind of wanted to get involved. And like the PR agents and managers and like if you're trying to be big time in Hollywood, they say stay away from politics. And I just went all in.
Yeah, you just like all the gambling. I'm all in.
Like gambling, like this was my biggest gamble yet of my career. Like going into politics.
And before you even jumped into that, what was the reason why? Did you feel like you had an obligation to because you have a platform?
So when I had when the Biden versus Trump in 2020, all my fans were like 15, 14 years old, very young. Now it's like we're in 2024; they're all of age to vote. I felt like my voice actually did matter to the Gen Z.
Yeah, I know it does, but what I want to know is what made you risk your career, or for example, Belle and I did it because we fear God. So if we feel like, hey, we need to speak up because we feel like, hey, we have to have these conversations. We don't mind our careers sinking because we know He has us in His hands. But what makes you no, I'm just going to go all in on this, even though I might lose brand deals, some friends, some relationships in Hollywood. This isn't something you just throw out there. A lot of people sweat when they try to do this type of move.
Oh, no. I did it strictly just so I could. Well, originally it was like, hey, maybe if he wins, I'll be a part of history. Hey, this is everyone's going against this president, and he almost gets shot, assassinated. He wins, and then I'm on stage randomly in Las Vegas, Nevada, just over there, kind of blind-eyed me, and I was like, hey, Trump, let's go.
I'm not gonna lie, we didn't say anything like that, but both of us looked at each other like, dude, this is crazy. We're meeting the president in the craziest time. I'm a first generation, bro. My parents were from Iraq. You know what I mean? So for me to be coming here and then shaking a president's hand and talking to him about what's going on here, first of all, how did I get here?
I'm an immigrant. I'm legal, but I'm an immigrant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And not after this marriage, girl.
My
Get your green card,
immigrant,
girl.
legal.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, I see your comment section. Everybody who has a different opinion than you on the Trump stance, all they can say is what about your girlfriend? She's gonna get deported.
Yeah.
It's she's
I wish. Dude,
she's here legally.
I said another.
If I knew that we could have just went the illegal route, fuck, I would just went that way.
Yeah, you know how difficult
process,
it is?
You know how many strings I had to fucking pull to get her in here? That was so crazy. And shout out to like Bucked Up, Ryan Kavanaugh, everyone that got him.
Oh, this is a legitimate.
Yo,
I
like,
thought this was a bit.
I pulled some crazy strings to get her legally here.
Oh, wow.
So then, okay, so that's good. So you not only have somebody that you love that deals with that type of situation, but you're also saying, no, I get that's a hard thing to deal with, but I got to stand up for what I believe in. Okay, so now you're on stage with Trump, dude. And what is that feeling like going from shaking your hips on TikTok and then a few years later driving a beautiful car, gambling with your friends, and now you're sharing a stage with Donald Trump? What is that? What does your mind go through?
So honestly, it feels like a movie, but I was sitting there in the stage and he's like thanking everybody for coming out. It's like nearing the end of his speech and he thanks me third. And I kind of just like look up in shock, like, yo, what? Why did he just like say my name? Like Donald Trump just said my name.
Yeah.
Calls me super handsome young man, come up to the stage. And I was like, I stood up, like waved. I was like, nah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't want to like, I don't want to go up there. And he goes, nah, we have time. And like, what am I going to say? No.
Right.
I can't say no twice. It's just like, all right, I'll go up there. And I said,
Was your heart racing? Did you know what you were going to say?
I was no. I didn't think I was going to go up there. I would have prepared a speech or
Bro,
something.
I'm watching it on live. Now, mind you, from my perspective, 12 hours ago, Charlie's like, hey, could you connect me with Bryce? And I'm like, absolutely. 12 hours go by. Donald Trump is walking him onto stage. I'm literally watching like, no, I'm in a coma. This isn't real, dude. Like, this is not real. But dude, you held your ground. The backlash, did it worry you a little bit?
Nah.
I saw there was a TikTok, or not a tweet you showed me.
Yeah.
How many views and likes did it get?
It got 400,000 likes. It said Kamala Harris has the Avengers and Trump has Bryce Hall. And very creative tweet. Very creative tweet. It got 400,000 likes and everyone's shitting on him, like shitting on me. And I was just like, wow, it'll feel so good if he wins. Because I'm not going to go all in and just like roast everybody and be like, oh, I told you so. But I did make a few videos saying like,
I told you so.
So like, what happened exactly? It was awesome. It was the greatest feeling in the world. And Donald Trump being our president, everything's going to go great.
I mean, I feel like right now we're kind of already feeling the...
Look at the stocks. Look at the crypto. Look at everything right now. It's already starting to go up.
It really...
That's why I'm gambling. That's why I just bought a Ferrari. I feel great.
Wait, so let's talk about that, because you just won a hand and then you walked to the dealership and paid it cash.
Yeah.
That's... Dude, you're living a movie.
It wasn't
bro.
a hand. It was like a grind. It was like a really long... That was probably like a 4 or 5 day grind.
Do you ever... do you gamble to a point where you like get worried about it, or do you...
No.
So you just gamble where you know you can lose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'm expecting... Like, okay, I could lose this, but also I could turn this into a lot.
That's a good advice, I think, to give to like young kids who want to gamble.
Don't gamble.
Put in,
Like, don't gamble. Like, don't gamble your rent. Don't gamble like anything you're uncomfortable with losing. Gambling does eat people up, but people like Dana White, he's like a huge advocate for gambling. He loves gambling, but he also gives great advice when it comes to gambling. Just get in, get out. Like, if you win and you're doubled your money, don't try to keep fighting. Don't try to keep like go. You're not going to make $1 million if you bring $1,000 to the casino. A realistic double, 2,000. You made $1,000 at the casino. Just leave.
Have you ever seen your friends like not walk away and you're like, dude, just walk away?
Actually, sitting right there. One of them. I actually tell him every single time he hits. He does this psycho little roulette spin. He does like $5,000, 10 numbers, $500, and if he hits, he'll go, okay, that's 18.5K. Quick math, 18.5K. He started with 5,000. You just tripled your money, more than tripled your money. It's like, all right, just leave.
Yeah.
You're good. But then he's like, nah, but I think now I have $10,000. Let's do 1,000 chips on 10 numbers. And if he hits that, he'll go, but let's go again. And I'm just like, dude, you already.
So you don't walk away.
I've seen him go from 5K to 100K so many times, and then dust it all.
That hurt. You made my hands sweat.
So you move into Vegas. You moved this year.
I did. I just moved actually 2 months ago.
And what is the feeling between like how your lifestyle was in LA in the Hype House when there was people like grown men?
I was in Sway, not Hype House. Yeah.
Wait, what? Were you by the Hype House when I was there?
Like I wasn't in the Hype House. I was in the competitor Sway House. It's of all the dudes.
So let me backtrack. You're in the Sway House and you have grown men taking pictures of you kids. I always found that very
the
weird.
paparazzi.
That was very weird.
Yeah.
It was just during COVID, just like a grown man would just be outside with the camera.
We'd be working out, and then like a random guy would come up with a camera. Yeah, it was really weird.
What was his name again?
Fletcher.
We
Right.
didn't got to do that to the poor guy. We just
I'm sorry.
dogged on him.
I'm
And you're like,
sorry.
by the way,
Hollywood
what's his
Fix.
name? So his
Yeah,
kid's
Hollywood Fix. Okay, that's what it
Oh,
is.
let's throw out the company too, guys.
I mean, I think that is odd. Like, some of you guys was everybody 18 in the house, or?
I was 19, 20, yeah. And then everybody else was 18, 19, and then Josh was 17. Yeah.
For Josh.
Just to me, it's just like, how do you kiss your wife goodbye? And then you're like, bye, I got to go to work. And they're like, all right, these
Let me
kids are
film
working
these
out.
20-year-olds shirtless.
That's
real quick.
crazy. But hey, yo, low key though,
He
he
made
was
money.
pumping,
He
dude.
made
He
money.
was pumping, bro. We would
Bro,
see
it's
the
like-
views and be like, he's creepy, but damn, he's doing a good
Dude,
job.
he bought a $120,000 truck with all that money.
Let's
Like, I
go,
saw him.
Fletcher.
He started driving that big ass truck.
Don't
and I
try
was
to
like,
turn it
"Damn, where'd
around
you
and
get
make him
that?"
like you.
Hey, man.
Don't try to turn it around.
I'm just speaking the truth.
Okay, so how do you go from that and now you're living in a different realm, but still in the entertainment world? And I told this to you behind cameras. How your image is now in front of the camera is how we got to see you behind the camera.
Yeah.
And that's why I love it. It's fun. I think you're really funny. So it's like cool watching you do that. But what's the feeling difference between living in LA with all your gang and then just roaming around Los Angeles versus living in Vegas?
I've been kind of like doing my own thing since 2021. Like once we all like moved out of our houses and did our own thing, everybody kind of like, some did okay, some like fell off, but that's just a part of like social media. You can blow up and then be nothing like the next year. I just found a way to. That was not shade at all. But
No, I just like, I only laugh because I can see his friends watching this video. They're like, why would you say that, dude?
yeah, no. Their social media is so fast. So
Yeah,
like,
it's very up and down.
you have to learn to adapt. So that's like what I've been doing it for 10 years now. So every single year I've been watching social media, watching up and coming creators, adapting. And then I found the most authentic way to put my real personality into my videos and on camera. So I don't have to put on this act that I did back in 2020, 2021, where I was like super high energy when in reality that was just fucking cringe as shit. But I was doing like, I was getting involved with drama, like just to get like my name out there, doing like the most crazy viral shit. I threw a massive party in 2021 during peak COVID for my 21st birthday.
I remember
got
that.
national coverage. Mayor was tweeting at me. I was going back and forth with the mayor.
Like what a like, dude. And I'm not saying this as a joke, but you genuinely started by putting up a camera and dancing.
Yeah.
And then you found a way to finesse talking shit to the mayor. You met Donald Trump. You're gambling and buying sports cars.
Fighting
You did a very good
Bareknuckle
job.
in front of thousands of people.
I want to talk about this, bro. You told me who the fighter is. We're not allowed to say who it is.
We can say it, but you have to bleep it out. And it actually might be announced tomorrow in real time. So
Okay,
if
then
it-
so why don't we?
So if it is announced tomorrow, let's just put it out.
Okay.
Like, screw it. I told you, but I don't think you know who this is at all. But I'm fighting Kimbo Slice Jr.
Whoa, let's go.
Yeah.
Yo, are you crazy, dude?
Yeah, that one's gonna be like a step up. It's
Step
kinda
up,
sick.
bro. Look at, I'm your boy, and listen, if I was a gambling man, I would not be gambling on this fight. I'll be rooting for you. But this is a crazy step in that direction. Why did you go so hard on this? Why didn't you go, and I'm not saying anything to like all these other social media fighters, but they're very calculated with like, okay, cool, this would be a good step up. But you just went straight there. For what reason?
So G. Perez, the last guy I fought, Bareknuckle, was a 3-0 Bareknuckle fighter. I have to like go up from that. it's like I can't just fight like a cab driver.
Okay, let's
Well,
okay.
congratulations. You know,
I want to actually just take it back because we never got to talk on the podcast about that fight. I said this to you at breakfast today, and you were like, no, and you're lying. But we're at a party, and there's 4 weeks before his fight, and I'm like, hey, man, I don't think you should be getting turned up at a party right now. He goes, no, I'm fine, dude. I'm fine.
You know, what was what's John Jones's motto? He blacks out the week before his fight. He gets so obliterated the week before his fight because he can use that as an excuse as to why he lost. And he's been winning nonstop. So I'm thinking in my mind, I'm not John Jones. Clearly not. Nowhere near.
Hold the phone.
Yeah, nowhere near John Jones.
What?
But if I lose, it's because I slacked off and I can blame myself and not because of my lack of skills.
okay.
This one I'm taking serious. It's Kimbo Slice Jr. If I knock Kimbo Slice Jr. out cold, do you know how fucking Dana White? I want a contract to the UFC. If I knock Kimbo Slice out Jr., like knock Kimbo Slice Jr. out. I want a contract to the UFC, one fight.
Let's go.
What are you doing differently this fight to train versus the one that you did before?
I'm training with the 155 pound champ, Kai Stewart.
Amazing.
What does it feel like going from partying and gambling and driving cars that you just bought from gambling? Then you're like, okay, now I have to be diligent.
Oh,
and
dude,
like,
it's such a like I'm not even fully locked in yet.
well, I know
when
because
it's-
you're like, you can't go. We're going out tonight. I'm like, dude, you gotta fight. You gotta stop doing this.
I'm not drinking tonight. I'm not drinking until after I win.
I will update you guys if he's lying, but I will tell the truth.
I totally go hard. Like on these training camps, I don't fuck around. Like I know I'll like. I have my vices. But I take this really seriously. I used to be I was an athlete. Like,
so the
up.
boxing world is like gloves, right? And you could get away with getting hit a few times, but like bare knuckle is like, that's a different story.
Oh,
and by
it
the
hurts.
way, bro, even if people disliked you in the boxing realm, I know people that would talk shit about you as a boxer. And when you went to bare knuckles, like, I don't care if he gets knocked out or not. That's crazy that he's going in there. So you get so much respect for doing that. But what is the difference between the actual boxing with gloves on and bare knuckle when you're in the ring?
So like in the Austin McBroom fight, I was not hurt like in the slightest. I know people will like say, "Oh yeah, you were." No, I wasn't. There was never a moment where I was like, "Oh man, this hurts a lot. I want to give up."
Yeah.
Bare knuckle, I got hit one time across my eyebrow, like right here. I actually have like a really funny. I'll send you the video and you can just input it. It's like he cracks me right here. My eyes go in the back of my head. And you just see me go like this to like back normal. That's the first time like I saw white flash.
Oy.
Like white flash. He uppercutted me 4 times. My eyesight was slanted. It was like,
Bro, imagine being in the ring and you just go doot, doot, and then the guy's from here and now he's over there bouncing around. You're like, oh no.
dude, it's like you teleport when you get hit.
So are you ever gonna go back to that other side of boxing?
Yeah. I mean, I think this next fight's gonna be my last bare knuckle. But I mean, if I don't get touched, it's like I'll do another one. But it's like
This is the gambling.
So you're just
man.
weighing your chances.
like if I go in there and I put Kimbo Slice Jr. out like super easy, no scratches, not even a touch, yeah, I'll do it again. But
Fair
like
enough.
if I get cracked a few times and I win, I'm winning. I'm 100% gonna win. But
I like that.
If I get cracked a few times and like my face is all fucked up, my knuckles are all swollen, they're already like pretty messed up, but then I'll be like, okay, I'm not gonna do bare knuckle again. But
Were you more nervous for Austin McBroom or the bare knuckle?
bare knuckle, 100%.
And then now every man goes into a fight being like, I'm going to drop this dude, right? But everybody has that opportunity to get knocked out. And so
Yeah.
it's a very scary position to be in. When you dropped him to the ground and the ref's like, we're done, and you know everybody's watching you and you just did what everybody's like, no, this guy's going to die.
Yeah.
What was that instant feeling?
I mean, my celebration was like, because I was a 4-1 underdog on the gambling books. I was a 4-1 underdog. I literally like my traps fucking went up. I went, what the fuck is up? Like, what's up? Proved everybody wrong. It was like the best feeling in the world. And then I like recreated my speech.
That was great,
Which
dude.
was-
That was great. Dude, for having a concussion in that ring, for you to think that quick and say that, when you said that, I started howling laughing.
Did you plan it?
I said that if I won, I was going to say something
Yeah.
similar to that.
Well, so when it comes to like your career, like the changes that you make, and then fighting, you have a lot of confidence. Like, what do you think gives you your confidence?
I just so I've never been like hurt or knocked out like until that bare knuckle fight. I don't think I don't. It's like once you get knocked out one time, your chin goes like you can just easily get knocked out over and over again. Like I haven't been knocked out. I don't think I'm gonna get knocked out. Like I can't see
Give
it
it
in
time, my friend.
I can't see it in my head of me getting knocked out.
I mean, the
God
power's
forbid,
on your tongue.
But
so
the guy you're about to fight.
Yeah, he's got hands, but it's like so do I.
But the more he says it, you speak it.
Like
So-
it's whoever connects first, and I
It
feel like
really
I'm gonna,
is. It
I'm
really
gonna-
is.
And I feel like I'm gonna connect first.
God willing.
Damn, like those matches don't go for long.
Oh no.
That's so. Can I ask you something? Why did you get into bare knuckle?
I just because of the street fight memes.
Dog, there's no way
Yeah.
you're telling me you got into a cage because the memes got to you. And you're like, no, I'm going to
it
show
was
them.
the memes, but then also I saw like clips of bare knuckle, and I was like, I feel like I could do this.
I love you so much. But the fact that And he did it too. That's just crazy, dude. I think I could do this.
And then I told my manager I want to do it. He said, "Fuck no." What do you like? What? No, you're not doing that. And I was like, I want to do it. And he's like, "Yeah, you're probably just like." It was when I was drunk. I said that because we were watching all the fights while we were drunk.
Hilarious.
And then the next day I woke up like hungover, and I texted him again, and I was just like, "Yeah, I still want to do it." And he's like, "Fuck." And he texts the owner of BKFC. He's like, "How can we get this done?" He set it all up. It's pretty cool.
Are you excited about this next match?
Yeah. This is a 20,000 person venue. Like, it's massive.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
But the nerve-wise, same or different? Is it like, I'm kind of used to it now?
I never got nervous until the day of the fight. Like, there's no nerves until, because you're focusing on weight cutting, you're focusing on your training. There's not like, hey, I'm scared of this guy. It's like as soon as you eat right after weigh-in, that's when all the nerves hit. It's like, oh shit, wait, I'm actually fighting right now. Like, I'm going in there to brawl against somebody.
Dude, imagine the difference. I get on stage to make people laugh. And that's still nerve-wracking. You grab a microphone, you know what I mean? The worst thing they could do is just stare at you like this. But this guy's fighting somebody bare knuckle. I'm very proud of you, bro. And I'm very excited. And I do pray that you win.
Dude, you got to come.
I would love to come.
I'll get you front row.
Oh, please.
Like,
I would
I'm
love
getting
to
all
come.
my friends front row. I have like 50 tickets that I can just get front row.
Oh,
it's
please.
20,000
I'm there.
people.
Wow.
Oh, 100%. He gives us nosebleeds. I'm like, bro, we're your friends. What are we doing here?
You said you were an athlete growing up, so what was the sport that you did?
Wrestling and soccer.
Oh, okay.
So I had like experience going one-on-one and weight cutting and doing all of that. So
People were pretty upset about this Jake and Mike Tyson fight. How did you feel about it?
I won pretty big on it. I bet the distance. And I also bet pretty big on the draw. That one lost, but I bet huge on the distance, and I cashed. I thought it was going to be like another Mayweather Logan Paul thing. Like I thought that's what I thought. I went on Jake's podcast in Puerto Rico. He was training pretty hard, but I was like, dude, this is Mike Tyson. It's Netflix. I feel like they don't want to see anything raunchy or super sad. I don't think Jake's going to go in there and knock out Mike Tyson.
I jumped on the podcast. I'm like, no, bro, it wasn't like that. And then all these video clips came out. And I'm like, why did he not punch? Like, you know that one where he like took it back, and I'm like, wait, why wouldn't he?
I don't think that. Like, I saw those too. I don't think it was rigged or anything. I think it was they just want as much view time as possible so they can get bigger paychecks.
I still think that
Netflix.
his knees were hurting, so he didn't want to overswing.
Yeah. He's old, bro. He's not like prime Mike Tyson, which everyone thought they were going to see that. You're seeing training footage of him hitting pads. Like, anyone could look
Yeah,
good.
he clickbait us hard, dude.
Yeah.
You
Anyone
got
could
us
look
good. You got us real good.
Also,
Like,
I think like Jake was just like giving him respect, you know, and he
Dude,
wasn't gonna.
He's fighting Mike Tyson.
Yeah, and so as soon as he saw like, okay, I can handle this, like he's just showing him respect, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, but dude, I don't understand. Like, I could understand why people are upset with Jake, but at the other hand, it's like, dude, the kid is like killing it in so many directions.
Oh, dude, Jake is the pioneer for all this shit.
Who do you want to see him fight next?
I know the KSI fight's not going to happen.
Why do you think?
KSI would get clapped? He like tries to act like he's like, oh no, I'm not scared. Yes, you are, bro. Like you're fucking terrified. It's clear as day.
Would you ever fight KSI?
Yeah, never Jake. KSI, fuck yeah. There's nothing intimidating about KSI.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Jake, you're actually like nervous about fighting, but
he's a big boy.
he's fast too and strong.
Yeah, he's a big boy, dude. I like fucking was with him in Puerto Rico in person, and I'm like 205 pounds. This guy was like 230.
Dude, his body caught up to his head. His head was always so big, and then finally he sized up.
He looks like that's his weight. That's his weight. 230. Like, he's a big guy.
I think out of all influencers that are in the fighting world, I think Jake is at just a different velocity.
There's no influencer that could even compete with him right now.
That's crazy. By the way, crazy how times have changed. Watching Jake and us talking like this, and then watching where you came from and then meeting the president. Everybody, none of this was on anybody's bingo card. Not one of them, bro. Not one of them.
It's like, even now, fighters are starting to respect Jake Paul. Like, they're like, John Jones just said.
Bro, they're
said
exhausted
something.
of talking bad about him.
John Jones just said, like, shit, yeah, if it was me, Jake, and Logan in a room, I don't think I'm walking out of that. Because
Really?
Jake's got fucking hands.
Oh, well, good.
I love how you had to introduce two of the brothers for one man.
Yeah.
Okay, now question. Me, you, and Reed. Not that that's doing much, but
Don't listen to them, Reed.
don't flex on him, Reed. Okay, we're all in a room. John Jones walks in and he goes, I'm killing all of you guys. For no reason. He's just upset with us.
We're taking that death.
Do you think we could have any chance of
Nah,
Like, if we
I
really
think,
give it our all.
dude, but John Jones is like 240, 250, 6'4".
Dude, I always think about that. Imagine walking into the room.
It's not like you could say that against like Conor McGregor. I know that's crazy to say, but Conor McGregor like would be an easier fight for all three of us versus him than John Jones.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't Conor McGregor known as like the guy? I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
John Jones is the guy. John Jones is the guy. But like that's more doable than John Jones.
I'm trying to get him on the show.
John Jones is fucking awesome.
All right, so if we're talking about Jake and the Conor thing, who do you think would win that as a boxing match?
Oh, Jake.
You think?
Yeah, 100%.
Over Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
Wow.
Dude,
really like
Conor's on his fucking. He's on like his. Hey, let's drink, party, do cocaine.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm living life. I made hundreds of millions. Like I'm chilling.
Yeah,
now.
he was-
Like
he
he's
was
not.
Dana
He
White's
doesn't need
guy.
to fight for money anymore.
Who do you think? Do you think Sean O'Malley's going to follow in his footsteps?
Sean O'Malley could be the next like face of UFC for sure.
I want to watch a rematch of that fight. That was a crazy fight.
Yeah, Merab.
Yeah,
I mean,
didn't see that coming. Dude.
I did.
Oh, I don't know not that much about.
Merab's like a wrestler. Merab's like one of those fucking like dude. I fired on Merab, and I love Sean O'Malley, but it's like you got to make your money, you know. Everyone's like firing huge on Sean O'Malley. He's the favorite, but dude, Merab's not a Aljamain Sterling type wrestler. He's not an American wrestler. These fucking Russian fuckers are built different. Like these guys will not stop. They don't run out of energy, and they'll just keep trying to take you down until you're down.
But I don't understand. See, this is why I thought he was going to lose to Sean O'Malley, because he was never training. He was just posting videos all the time. He hired a guy that looked like Sean O'Malley. This guy was shooting more content than the 1600 Vine kids.
Have you seen Merab's like training regimen though?
No.
Bro, that guy like he lives in buttfuck. Literally in the
It's full cap. By the way, my audience that usually listens are like, oh, that's a tough word.
But you know what? I was gonna say like Russian athletes
Bro,
in all sports.
He's wrestling fucking bears. He has a lake that's just frozen over. He's jumping into his ice bat there's no ice bats. It's like his lake where he's just like hopping in there.
Jeez.
Like for fun. Like that's what that guy.
Russian coaches are like very, you know what I mean? They
They're
don't let
different.
go. Yeah.
You're not beating a Russian.
No.
You're not beating
Like I
a
come from
Russian.
figure skating, and so like Russians were always the
And I
hardest
think
to beat. You know?
Merab might not be Russian, but he's
I'm
like,
sorry. That was just the funniest. This girl thinks she's going to beat me today. No, nothing is sharper than my blades besides my mind.
Yes, dude. The coaches are wild. What do you mean?
They are crazy.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you think you'll ever be in the UFC?
I want to fight. I talked to Dana. I was pretty drunk, and I don't know if he said this out of like, hey, dude, you're drunk, or like whatever. But I said, hey, if I win my next bare knuckle fight in impressive fashion, give me one fight in the UFC. I don't care about the pay. He goes, yeah, we can talk about it.
Damn, bro.
Dude, imagine me fighting in the UFC one time. First influencer to ever do it. Fucking walking out of there. I don't care if it's a prelim. I don't care. I just want to fight one time in the UFC.
Who would you want to fight?
Well, if I'm fighting a prelims, they're probably going to give me like a fucking.
Oh, but you wouldn't call out anybody?
Oh, no. I can't fight any of those top guys. Give me
Dude,
like,
I respect you for saying that, because sometimes I see these social media people that are fighting, look, and by the way, so-and-so can get it. I'm like, all right, dude, let's calm down.
dude, it's like the amount of confidence that some of these guys get after taking like 2 boxing classes. It's like, so yeah, I could probably take on Conor right now.
Just only hitting pads. Never even been punched in the face once.
They'd never felt that like, oh shit, I'm scared right now.
So apart from fighting, you did a little bit of acting, and you have a movie coming up.
Yes.
You want to tell us about it?
Yeah. Like,
Wait, I didn't even know about this.
yeah, I did one with 50 Cent.
And it's
Yeah, I know,
sculpted.
everything I say just sounds really weird.
The same year that we're talking about all this stuff, you're telling me you did a movie with 50 Cent?
Yeah.
How did this even come onto
Random.
your table?
And I was like one of the main guys.
Let's go. How did it feel? You liked it?
I don't understand how I got the part.
How did you get the part?
Luck.
Oh,
Did
yeah?
you audition?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. It wasn't handed to you. You worked for it.
Yeah.
Okay, now how was 50 Cent?
Really cool, honestly.
Did you ever talk to him about the Diddy thing?
No, I did talk. We didn't really have like deep conversations. It was all on camera, like where we were, like people were filming with their iPhones, like, you know, it's while we're talking. It's not like we could talk about anything serious, but really nice guy.
He seems like he seems
he's
really
not-
intelligent.
He's huge too. Like he's
jacked?
a big dude.
He's always been jacked.
I know, but like I wasn't expecting him to be as big as he was. You know, it was so crazy. I went to 11, like probably like 3 months after we were done shooting. Everyone's trying to talk to 50. He's at the table right next to me. I think it was Art Basel. And everyone's trying to talk to him. He's just telling everyone to fuck off. He's like whatever. I say what's up. He goes like this first, and then he goes, "Oh shit!" And he hands me like a $20,000 bottle.
Man, he really does have the bottles in the club.
Oh, bro. Oh, dude, no, he had like probably 10 of those bottles. And
How is he still in the club?
It's the $20,000 fucking Don Perignons. You know those ones.
That's literally what he raps about.
Yeah.
A quick question: how is he not exhausted at the club?
I didn't think he was drinking. He was just like passing out
Wait, he
bottles,
did talk
buying
about
bottles.
this. He buys the bottles but doesn't drink this.
Yeah,
Dude.
he wasn't drinking. He was just passing out bottles and buying bottles.
That's funny.
So maybe
dude.
he's paid to be there, and you know what I mean.
He
There's-
was. He was performing.
yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, but wait, hold on. What was the movie about?
It's about a bunch of kids who are the biggest on the internet.
Fair enough.
That's why I think I got the
Nice,
part.
nice, dude. Nice.
And we got kidnapped into a house, and we were competing for views. So if you had the least amount of views, you would get killed off. And the writers of Saw were the ones that wrote it.
Oh,
So
Oh,
it's
like killed off, literally
like
killed
literally
off.
killed
Oh.
in like a brutal,
Wow.
disgusting fashion. It's very graphic. I saw like some of the edits, and it's disgusting.
that's a cool concept.
When does it come out?
I actually don't know. Ryan Kavanaugh, when is it coming out?
I think it's probably just being delayed, right, with production, things like that.
Dude, it's like movies. We shot this in 2022.
Oh, yeah,
wow.
it takes a bit.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like, 1 year.
Yeah, I read that you were raised Democrat. So
Yeah.
I don't know. So where does your family stand with all of this?
Oh, my mom doesn't like it.
Really?
Pretty funny though, because she thought it was really cool that I went on stage with Trump. Like
That's like a crazy bittersweet moment. Then.
and,
Yeah.
and she also lives in Florida too, which is huge.
How did she become a Democrat?
Well, because we grew up in Maryland.
No, I
and
understand.
then I moved her to Florida.
Got it.
I bought her the house in Florida.
That was very sweet of you. You bought his mama a house.
Yeah, I was not financially set to buy that house yet, but I did.
But you did it. Now, you should be proud, man.
Yeah, no, that was the number one goal when I started social media. So now I'm like, Ferrari.
Do you have conversations with her about like where you stand? You guys kind of come on like an understanding, or does it separate you guys?
I think she was starting. So like when I was talking to her about how falsified news media is, and I feel like her out of everybody should know that because of me. Like
Nothing I do is real, Mom. You know that.
it's like everything you see on the internet about me. It's like the craziest narratives about myself. I'm like, so I'm Bryce Hall, very, very low level, like compared to Donald Trump. What do you think they're going to do to Donald Trump?
And what did she say?
And she was like, oh, I guess that kind of makes sense. I'm like, oh, wow. So are you going to vote for him? She's like, nah.
Well, at least you guys have a good understanding. It's the best thing because I think like politics, like so it's such a tough thing in families, So as long as you can have that, that respect for each other. Yeah.
It's kind of weird that we're living in a time now, though. It's like if you don't follow like a certain agenda, you get canceled.
Yeah.
And I feel like now it's actually going back. Like
To the old days?
Like it's not like you can get away with a lot more now.
The pendulum is swinging back.
Yeah. It's like you can go against what Hollywood thinks.
Yeah. I don't know if this is true. I saw an article that said that Elon Musk is giving Mark Wahlberg and Mel Gibson like a good amount of money to start their own production company to build on films and TV shows that had some good morals for families.
Oh, that would actually be amazing.
I hope that's true. That would be sick. And what a duo, Mark Wahlberg and Mel Gibson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I saw the clip of Mel Gibson that said that he was voting for Donald Trump. It was really funny.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, he was in an airport. He literally just like landed, and then I think it was TMZ, goes up to him. And he's like, "Who do you think of Kamala Harris?" And he goes, "She's dumber than a box of rocks."
Dude, like his legacy in the industry is such a fascinating viewpoint. There's a lot of people that are very angry with what he says and how he says things. But there's so many people in the industry that like owe so much to him. And I never forgot when Robert Downey Jr. was like accepting a speech and he said, Mel Gibson gave me another chance at life. And to repay him, I go like, what should I do? And he says, remember somebody else and help them in the future. So so with morals like that and a heart like that, I just feel like I feel like him and God have their own like journey in the industry, and I'm excited to see what he does because he's coming out with Passion of the Christ too. Did you ever watch the first one?
Passion of the Christ, no.
Passion of the Christ is about the crucifixion of Jesus. And when that movie came out, it was crazy, bro. Hollywood did not like it.
It's weird. It's weird like that type of stuff is censored.
Bro,
Like, I didn't even hear about that.
But it was the number one movie. Like I think it's still number one, right? Is it still the number one grossed movie in the world?
Mel Gibson was beyond that?
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure he's definitely one or two, but like it was one for a bit. And I never forgot it was so divided. The reason I was excited about that movie is because they spoke in Aramaic, and that's my language. So like I was watching this movie and understanding what they were saying, and it was blowing me away because I grew up where people didn't even know who I was, and they didn't know like my language or anything like that. And now we have Mel Gibson producing one of the greatest movies in our language. And
That
then
is insane.
I read an article. It said that there was a rich man in Texas. I have to fact check this because I don't know if it's 100% true. This is what I heard. That it touched his heart so much when he watched it, he bought all of the tickets in Texas, and he said, "Please go watch the movie for free."
Really?
So people were able to go into the movie theater and just watch it.
Oh, that's
Wow.
awesome.
If you had to be a part of a movement besides what you were doing with the whole Trump thing, like, and you really wanted to push an agenda more, what is something you could get behind where you really want your children to like have that in their life?
I tell them to watch the movie Am I Racist?
By Matt
Matt
Walsh?
Yeah.
Did you like that movie?
That movie was awesome.
It was a great project.
I
dude.
think it kind of like really dumbs it down to like show people how stupid everything really is.
By the way, I interviewed him. Out of all the people I've ever interviewed, I've never been more nervous, bro.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. Because like, I could crack anybody, dude. Even when I met Energy Tate, I made a joke, I made him laugh. Boom. Okay, cool. Like anybody I met, as long as I can make them laugh, like I feel good. I threw a solid joke at him and his team, and they went, "You want me to sit there like that?" And I was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "All right." And then he like sat down, but we had a great conversation. But
I think he's hilarious. He's
super dry, but he's hilarious and intelligent.
Yeah.
So he's literally one of a kind. It's kind of like Theo Von, dude. Theo Von is like, he's gonna go down as one of the most legendary comics in the world.
Yeah, but I think their types of humor are completely different.
Solidly
totally.
different. And I think Theo is at a crazy higher level though. Like
Yeah.
Theo is like, I feel
like most people don't know who Matt Walsh is.
but they'll soon will because
Yeah.
everybody's like raving about his like. I think his documentary is the number one documentary. I'm almost 100% sure about that one. But like there's people like Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle, where they're super funny but also push their point of views in a way where it's hard to swallow, but it makes it so much easier to swallow because they're making you laugh and they really make you think while you're laughing. Theo is like, bro, his genius shows through his work. Like when you listen to him speak, sometimes you're like, whoa, this guy's, he's playing an act or something. Cause he's like, when I listen to this dude speak,
I've never listened to him speak.
bro, you have to. Like he's a
Were you listening to his podcast?
podcast, but also his stand up is great. I'll never
I
forget
watched his stand up and I didn't think of it like more like, oh, this is really smart. I thought it was just hilarious.
I don't know which one you watched.
It was
but
here in Vegas.
I remember I was at the Laugh Factory in Hollywood, and you were with me. And it was me, her, and Greg, and we had great comics come up that night. And the crowd was laughing. When Theo touched the stage, bro, you could literally feel the ground rumbling from people dying of laughter. And
Non-stop.
It was like, bro, it was like there wasn't a moment people weren't laughing. And the way he had them engaged, the way he would say something and then left field it this way, but then tie it back this way, it was like a roller coaster. I was like, he is something that in the future people will look at as like a one-of-a-kind stand-up.
Because his character that he plays, you know, because obviously, like when you say these jokes, he said these jokes before, and they're so genuine. So in the moment, you feel like he's just thinking of it right there and then, you know? Have you seen his impression of Cat Williams?
No.
Oh, it's so good.
Did you watch the Cat Williams podcast?
No.
Don't you know what?
No, I just know Cat Williams is like crazy against Hollywood.
Yeah, but they're calling him like Prophet Cat because like he would say something in a podcast last year and like so much of it came true. And now people are wanting him back to like just tell us what's going to happen in the future. But
I think he just knows Hollywood.
He does. But dude, all I know is that there's so much stuff that is happening now from like the Diddy thing or the government thing or the Hollywood thing. It's like now when I hear something, I'm not shocked anymore.
Yeah.
I'm kind of like getting numb to it.
Yeah.
Like I think that didn't they just drop?
It just got like literally leaked that aliens are coming from.
I was just about to say this.
No one cared.
Oh, from the oceans. Yeah. What is that about?
Not
Like,
from
I've
outer
seen it.
space.
Yeah.
From our oceans.
And it's smart. I saw some guy, a
one cares.
hilarious reel.
It's like, oh, cool. Anyways, what's Beyonce doing next week?
Yeah, for real. No, this guy was, he did a whole reel on it. He was like, that's so smart. If I was an alien, I'd go to the water because it's 95% of the world. There's no one there. No one would bother us. Like, it just makes sense.
I got something to say about that. Here's a little conspiracy I'm going to throw your guys' way.
Okay.
One, I do believe in aliens. I've always had. If you believe in Jesus Christ, that's an alien. Jesus wasn't born and living here. He wasn't from Earth. He is from another place. An angel, not from here, other places. So there's biblical terms where people could show that there's aliens. If you're Christian, or if you're any type of religion and you believe into a higher power, that would be considered an alien. But if you read the gospel, a lot of the demons go into the water. All I'm saying is...
Oh, so we're in the end times right now.
I
Book
think
of
so.
Revelation.
I think we're...
Euphrates River just dried up.
But that's been drying up and coming back. Like, I think this, like every generation thinks it's the end time. This one is, it could be now, it could be in 100 years. I think there's too many people that get so scared that they change the realm of their life over it. And I think that's bad. Do you ever get worried about the end times?
No.
I'm all in.
I'm like, I wish I knew when it was, because then I would go so much harder.
Really?
Yeah, on life.
Harder in what way? Like in a
Like
good way?
I would just like I would spend all my money.
No, he's not wrong though.
Literally all
not
my
wrong.
money on the craziest experiences.
Just hard cut. I'm all in with all of my money. Just
literally. I would travel the world. I would probably jet all over around the world. I would buy every single car I could.
Why wouldn't you do that now?
Because money isn't like super like, I mean, it comes back, but I mean, I just feel like I have a financial advisor that would say that was stupid.
Dude, it's crazy because this show, you know, I'm very, very blessed with this show, but the way I see my fellow like content creators spend their money, I'm like, dude, I know who gets you brand deals and I know what your rate is. You're overspending your money, dude. And it's like they live this lifestyle where they want people to think that they're at a certain level, but it'll catch up to them, bro. Nothing is worse than living a lifestyle that you can't actually live.
Oh my God, so many people have fallen like that.
Bro, it's such a bad thing. When you are a slave to what they think of you, and this is the saddest part, bro, no one cares about you.
No.
I don't care. Like, dude, when you knocked out that dude and you flex and your tricep hitting you in the ear, or your traps hitting you in the ear. Like, dude, like that moment was a sick moment. Everybody's hitting you up. But then the next week, you weren't even talking about it anymore.
Yeah.
Like the movement, bro, you were on the stage with Donald Trump. You talked to your mom for a minute. That's a good feeling. But imagine living a lifestyle for a certain moment or a picture or a video, spending all of your money, all of your time, all of your energy for somebody to like you. And they don't care about you.
They really don't.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. No, I shouldn't have bought that Ferrari.
No, if it makes you happy and you enjoy it, you know?
She's only saying that, bro, because she loves Ferraris.
I love
Stupid
Ferraris.
for buying that
I
Ferrari.
love Ferraris. I think if it's something you absolutely love, you can swing it. It makes sense in your life. You know you're going to enjoy it, and you're not doing it for the respect of other people.
We're not getting
then
a
do
Ferrari,
it.
my love. We're
You
not.
know what I mean? You're going to have a lot of fun.
Hey, you should get a Ferrari.
Yeah, no, actually, if we ever did get a nice car like that, it would be a Ferrari. It would. But I want to make sure that I plant my foundations. Whenever I buy that type of car, I want to do it like how you did, where I buy it cash. I'm not worried about it. I don't want debt. But people ride debt like it's a wave. And that wave is going to splash on you, and it's going to take you and your loved ones out.
And your material things, you don't, once you die, you know what I mean? You don't bring those with you. Like, they don't bring any value to your life.
That's not true. Drake says he's going to bury himself with it.
Yeah, that's so ridiculous. I still drive my Prius that I bought when I was 18 years old, and it's amazing. You know what I mean? And I don't need another car until...
But like a Ferrari.
I drive a 2000.
Until it's-
Tell him,
doesn't hurt.
tell him to get the Ferrari.
Until it doesn't hurt.
I have a 4Runner that I got gifted from Toyota, so thank you so much for that. And then my first car ever was the Toyota Corolla 2011. I still drive this thing around. This thing is, it literally starts like this. Dude, I get into nice restaurants with it, and I look at the valet, I hand him the keys, I go, not a scratch. And they just die of laughter. It's beat to shit. I was like, not a scratch. I tip them a little bit. I go, park it out front. I make them park it next to the nice cars. Like, sir, we can't do that. I go, no, I'm going to tip you. Put it out front. He goes, sir, I can't do that. It's like, all right. If you could buy any car in your life right now, what would it be?
Probably a Bugatti.
I saw that you tweeted at Andrew about that.
Yeah. I said, I don't have a Bugatti, but what color's your Ferrari? And he showed me like 11 Ferraris. And I was like, wow, I'm poor. Fuck.
Dude, he has a lot of money.
Yeah, I know. It's like, damn, I didn't realize how poor I was.
Well, first of all, you're not poor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude.
Because there's gonna be people out there.
I say that in like I'm not poor, but I'm not like super.
Hey man, I don't know if you've realized this, but remember when this morning you lost $20,000 in 11 minutes? That's not poor. That's poor management. That's definitely poor management.
Let me call my business manager.
Do you have a guy that advises you not to spend money?
Yeah.
And does he hate
like,
you?
But it's like, dude, I talked to my mom about this and my manager. I'm like, why am I paying these guys to tell me what to do with my money? And like, they tell me, what? Hey, don't spend money. Why? Why can't I spend my money?
What? So is that what you tell them?
Yeah.
And you pay them for this?
Yes.
So I have a question for you. Why are you still paying them?
I pay them I think it's like $6,000 a month.
That I almost threw up in my mouth.
Oh my gosh, dude, you don't need
This
it.
is how he's telling him not to spend his money. Listen, Bryce, I was going over it.
Hey, you shouldn't get that Ferrari.
You know
Yes,
what you
I
should do? I'll be your financial advisor. You know what you should do? Take that $6,000, put it in a savings account every month. Instead of paying them, you put that to the side.
Oh my God, I could save that for gambling.
No, not for gambling, Bryce.
Dude,
you put it aside and you don't touch it and you just let it accumulate.
Oh my God, that's $72,000 a year
Lord.
that I could be gambling.
That's not the idea I
I'm
was
really
trying to
impressed
do.
with your fast math.
I play a lot of blackjack. Just like short numbers like that, really fast math.
It's good. It's good. It's good for them.
This is me at the blackjack table.
What's an ace, 5, and a 6? What is that?
A good hand.
12.
A 12?
Yeah.
Did you? I don't like how you're flexing on me with those
I
numbers.
took algebra 2 twice. So
I know every double. I know everything. I know when to split. I know the book.
I'm actually going to come and watch you gamble today.
Oh, yeah. Let's go right after this.
Yeah, do you have any tips for people that... You know what?
Get
You've been
in
doing
and
really
get
good.
Get in and get the fuck out. Literally, if you are trying to go to the casino to make a living, that's stupid. You should go in there, double your money, and get out. Always.
Does Dana get kicked out of casinos?
He's pushed off. He's not like kicked out, banned.
What does pushed off mean?
Like, you've beat me. You've beat us. It's
Really?
easy to beat a casino when you have the same amount of money as it. You know?
That is such a crazy line that you just said. Could you say that one more time?
You can beat a casino if you have the same amount of money as a casino. You're going against somebody that has, let's say you bring $1,000 to the casino. Look at all those chips. They're going to beat you eventually. Time is going to beat you. If you go in there with like $20,000 and your goal is to make $2,000, $3,000, easy. Super easy. You have ammo. If you're going in there and you bring $1,000, your goal is to make $100. Super easy. But if you're going in there and like expecting the world, you're not going to beat a casino. They have unlimited money. They're going to beat you over time. The longer you stay at those tables, the longer you do all that. And granted, I don't follow this rule always, but I know like when to leave the casino.
All right, so what do you do when your friend is... And don't point at this gentleman. But there was a gentleman that we were talking about at the table. Please don't mention his name, or I'll just beep it even if you do. But that gentleman that we were talking about, do you ever get worried that your friends are like leveraging themselves and you're like, hey, dude, this isn't fun. Like, it's going to catch up to you. Do you feel that responsibility when
Wait. You said we were talking about this person?
Mm-hmm. He was losing everything at the slots.
I think like someone like that, there's no helping.
There's no helping?
Like, I mean, it's like, dude, they would have to get their own personal help. Honestly, I don't understand how you can get addicted to slots. It's like the number one, like you're going to lose. Like that is what you are putting money into a slot to 100% lose your money.
So you never do slots, you just do cards?
If I get free play, I'll play.
You're doing this poker thing with like a bunch of celebrities.
Yeah.
Are you guys giving them the money or are they bringing their own money?
No. So they free roll us, but if you win in the top 10, you get paid.
Really?
So I placed first and 8th.
Who's the best poker player you've been with so far?
Probably Alan Keating. Tom Dwan, if you want to be or Phil Hellmuth. I don't know. I played with a lot of greats, like the legends of the space.
Do you like blackjack or poker more?
If I want to money management, poker. I would say like I would be more comfortable putting like my entire bank account on a table of poker than putting my entire bank account on blackjack.
Have you ever met anybody that knows how to count cards and they're like,
Yeah.
Really? Have you seen someone like cheat at one of your games?
it's like it's
They're
not
like
I
sitting
think,
with their
I
mouth
think
like-
people have like this idea that counting cards is super hard. It's really not.
Yeah, like my dad was really high up at a casino, so now he's like he can't go to casinos and like play because he knows how to do all that stuff. You know what I mean? So he's just like not allowed to go to casinos.
Do you think it's like a YouTube video you can learn?
Yeah, there's many YouTube videos,
That's crazy to me, dude.
but like counting cards is not that hard.
And by the way,
Especially if
I
you're
don't
doing
know,
like double deck. Like if you're doing double deck, it's like that there's only 8 cards of each like number.
I wouldn't know that.
It's kind of like it's kind of like when we play Phase 10, and I'm like,
Don't do that, Belle.
I
Don't
know
go there.
you're
Don't
looking.
go there. Don't
It's
go
like
there.
there's 4 aces in a deck.
Don't go there.
There's 8 aces in 2 decks. Super easy.
It's kind of like that though. Hey, how are you allowed to wear sunglasses?
What?
You know, some people wear sunglasses when they're playing games.
Poker.
Yeah, how is that allowed? Because can't they be doing the accounting?
No. I don't think you're allowed to wear them at blackjack tables. Are you? I don't know. Poker, 100%. You can wear that, but that's to cover your face so you can't give any tells.
So there's people that are just better at like reading humans.
Yeah.
I feel like if I ever played poker,
I talk shit. Like I'm like there talking the entire time. Like no one can get a read.
You
on
got in
me.
trouble for talking shit to somebody that was like famous. Did you?
Oh no. That's a different type of talking shit. That guy was just needling me.
What is? I don't even know what that means.
That means
Needling you?
that. So I was losing money, and that guy was encouraging the dealer to keep taking my money. And he like everyone like roasts me. Granted, I do look very bad in that clip, but he cut out the parts where he was talking to me.
Oh, they like edited you.
Yeah, like dude, you think I'm just going off on a guy for no reason, just sitting there? He's not saying a single thing. I'm like, fuck you. Like just a random guy sitting there, dude. That guy's like literally needling me the entire time, and then I flipped on him because I was just down gambling. I haven't slept. I was drunk. Like.
So speaking of that moment, has there been moments where you were like, man, I wish I could go back and redo that? What out of all the things that you got like up and down on Twitter, X or like Instagram or TikTok, what was the one move that you're like, oh, I wish I could go back in time and not do that one?
Honestly, I really don't have any.
I respect that. You
Yeah,
just
I
learn
feel like
from all of them?
that's why I'm here.
I respect that.
I feel like if you change one thing,
you
your
can
life could
alter
be-
everything.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. There's a lot of times I really
I'll
can't
look
think
back
of a
and
thing.
cringe. You know, we'll both look back and cringe at our stuff, but it's like I don't want to change that.
Yeah, but honestly, okay, I don't want to say like be rude or weird when I say this, but like even the stuff that I cringe at, it's like I had to be cringy to learn not to be cringe. Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
So that I don't judge people, and I think that helps me not get so hard on myself. So if I see somebody, like for example, there's a content creator, and they're like, oh, I don't like the way he or she goes about this thing, and I said, give her time because she's new in front of the camera. And a lot of people want somebody to be so great right out the gates.
Oh, that's
But
impossible.
you have to dust yourself off. It's very, very hard to be natural on camera. It's like you think you're performing, so you want to do good for the audience, but sometimes you overperform and you like kind of kill the character of who you really are.
Yeah, and if you think that, oh my God, this is like a perfect test. If you guys are watching this right now, take a camera out and just start talking about something. Put a camera out. See how easy it is to just talk to a camera with just you by yourself. It's the hardest thing.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? There might be somebody who just tries that because you just told them to, and now it's going to put them in that field. Isn't that crazy?
Oh my God, they should. You guys should start it.
And by the way, I just want to let you know, the first 10 to 15 videos I ever recorded, they never saw the light of day. They never saw the light of day. I deleted them immediately. Because like, it's like a muscle. You have to like kind of like work at it and like see. And some people get so intimidated that when they watch themselves back, I'll never forget it. There was 3 influencers I met that were really big on YouTube. And when I was sitting there making them laugh at the time, I didn't have a YouTube account. And they were like, dude, you got to do YouTube, bro. Like you would crush it on YouTube. And I said, oh, okay. So I recorded myself because I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to do any of this stuff. And I didn't know they edit their videos. I'm so new to this. I watched it back. And I'm like, I am trash, dude. How did they ever think that I was good? And then I picked up the camera like 10 more times, 20 more times. And then I think it was like around like almost 20 is when I started to edit. And I'm like, all right, let me like practice this. But dude, I've been doing this podcast we're about to go into season 3. And I still, every episode, I'm like, dude, shut up. Stop talking so much. Don't cut her off. Why? So it's like you're always going to need to like better yourself. So the cringy thing, I don't think it's ever going to go away. I think if you don't cringe at the work that you did previously, you're not growing.
Ooh, fair
Oh,
bars.
that was a bar. Mm-hmm. That was a bar.
Thank you. And at that note, I'm going to end it. I'm going to go watch Bryce lose all of his money tonight.
We're going to make it all back.
No. Positive reinforcements. He's going to do so well tonight, and he's going to call me up. He's like, bro, you're my lucky charm. You got to come. And I'm going to say, no, I'm not going to do that. But that's how well he's going to perform tonight. Thank you so much for coming on the show, dude.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Very much
Thank
good
you.
luck for your next fight.
Very much good luck. You'll see.
Thanks, guys, for watching.